So what's Bitcoin up to? Breaking hearts. Who had the scariest outfit this Halloween? The guy who dressed up as Bitcoin. What's gonna be under your Christmas tree this Christmas? Not 200K. Today, y'all are victims of my dad jokes, but no, there's a huge part of me that really hopes that that last part ages really badly. But let's face it, the probability of that happening is super low. But today I want to talk about the bull run. Is it still on, or are we heading into bear market territory? Because I actually posted a poll on Sean's most recent live stream asking you guys, what do y'all think? You know, are we still in a bull run, or are we getting into a bear market? And I was actually surprised to find that, hey, it was a 50-50 split. Right? 50% of you guys figured that, hey, no, we're still in a bull market. There's more juice to go. But the other 50 said that, no, Krisha, are you insane? This is clearly a bear market. Stop with the bullish tilt. So today I want to go over just that. All of our bull run cyclical indicators that actually got us into Bitcoin when it was at $18,000. And I also want to show you one indicator that's screaming trouble. Now, yes, while most cyclical indicators are holding, there's one that did not hold. And this one has actually called every single bull run reversal over the past 2 cycles now. I will be revealing that at the end of this video, but only because I want you guys to have a holistic view on what's going on in this market right now. Because if I first present the bearish case, I don't want you to walk away with a bearish bias. Because believe it or not, guys, there's still a lot of opportunity in this market, both on the short side as well as on the long side. In fact, just a couple of days ago, I posted 2 trade setups on the Mango Dashboard Premium video section right here. The first one was actually on barred USDT. Now, for those of you actually managed to catch that trade with me, you are already up significantly on that trade. I presented 2 target profiles for you guys, and it appears that we're now getting into the second target profile. So go ahead and check it out if you guys haven't already done so. There's still a lot of opportunity on the long side as well as the short side, and I think it's going to be an injustice. You're going to be doing an injustice to yourself if you approach these charts with a bias. So let's start with cyclical support number 1, which is none other than the biweekly dynamic indicator. It's kept us in the trade from the very beginning of the cycle when Bitcoin was sitting at $24,000, and you can see how every dip into the biweekly dynamic was picked up by the bulls. You never went wrong buying the weekly dynamic support. And for as long as that cloud is green, we got a positive slope on it and price is living over that dynamic region. Bull run still on. This has been the indicator of the freaking cycle to keep us not only in the trend, but also help us nail the best bids on the chart. Now, for those of you who do not have access to the dynamic indicator, but you guys won the numbers on the zone, here it is. 102K all the way down to $95,000. Now, bird's eye view, if I had to ask you, based on this system, are we safe? Are we still in a bull run? Does that meet that parameter? And yes, it does. As far as the second cyclical indicator is concerned, we're looking at the monthly 10 simple moving average. Now, we only just started the month of November, which means that we have a lot more information in front of us. So now, based on that, where do we close relative to the monthly 10 simple moving average? Did we close over or did we close under? And we actually opened over. All right, so this too, guys, safe. So that's bulls 2, bears 0. For bullish tilt number 3 is none other than the weekly Ichimoku cloud. Now, I don't talk about this a lot, but this too actually got us into the Bitcoin trade right here, where Sean was looking for that edge to edge, also calling for all-time high before halving. Guys, this setup is still bullish, okay? We got a green cloud, that's a positive slope. We got the Tenkin over the Kijun, and you can see price is living over the cloud, but more importantly, also getting supported on the Kijun. And this system too has done extremely well in helping us determine when is it time for us to be jumping into the Bitcoin cyclical trade and when is it time for us to be taking profits off the table. In the 2017 run, we had the entire bullish setup and not one violation of the Kijun. In the 2020 run as well, it was the same story until we actually got the violation telling us that something is off, take cover. That's when Bitcoin went to put in its double top and then dropped off, getting into bear market territory. Now, through this entire run, this system once again has stayed intact, and we're nowhere close to breaking that Kijun. The Kijun level comes in at $92,000. Not just that, the last time the Stokes as well as the RSI were at these levels, basically Stokes underneath the 20 percentile mark as well as RSI dipped below 50, you'll notice that on every instance where we've had both simultaneously giving us that setup, that has marked a reversal for Bitcoin. We had one in April of this year, and the last one was in September of 2024, right before the crazy rallies across the board. Now, once again, both oscillators are within their bearish control zones, which previously marked reversal territory. So now you can see how Bitcoin's case for the bull run continuing is actually pretty strong. All right, so the 50% of people who said that no, the bull run continues, well, there's a lot backing them right now. Of course, Mango will be keeping up with all of these cyclical indicators as they unfold, as we get new prints on the charts. So if you guys want to keep up with the story, make sure you're hitting the sub and the bell icon. But now for those of you wondering, okay, Krisha, you've spoken about all of the bull run cyclical indicators that are currently holding. Tell us about the one that's not holding. Well, this is it right here. This is the trouble child. This is the one that's not holding. And this is Bitcoin against gold. Now, I think it should be said that we don't have confirmation on this just yet, but my view of this is that I don't like the current price action that I'm seeing on this particular chart. This chart, which is called every single bull reversal thus far. Now, what we were looking for was for price to hold the monthly dynamic support, essentially close over, but never to close under. Because on every single instance where this has lost that monthly dynamic support, that has marked bear market territory for Bitcoin. This one right here, that was Bitcoin's volatile move from $6,000 all the way down to $3,000 back in 2018. This was the COVID phase right here. This too was Bitcoin's bear market territory when it was finally plunged into a bear market, irrespective of what event really went on there. So now for the end of this month, I want to see this candle right here close over the dynamic cloud. Because if we can do that, I'm saying, okay, the bull run is good. But if we close under, I think there's trouble on the horizon. Now, this month only just started, okay? But we will be keeping up with the price action on this chart to figure out who's got the edge at any given point in time. Now, we are going to be following the Bitcoin story on the Discord chat. So if you're not already on there, join the Discord at themangoWay.com/Discord. Also, guys, the BitUnix bonuses are back with a bit of a twist, a good twist. So essentially, you deposit $500, trade once. No, it doesn't matter how much you trade, what your position size is. All you got to do is trade once, and you get $100 back in return. You can then take this bonus and use it towards your existing trade or put on a fresh, brand new trade, or hell, even buffer against losses. Now, of course, I will be linking it in the description below, but take advantage of it for as long as it lasts. I will now see you all in the Discord chat. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.